Glad to have you along from Louisville Stadium in Salt Lake City. We got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. It's the Louisville Cardinals and the Utah Utes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Rice-Eccles Stadium is nestled at the bottom of the Wasatch Mountains. This is a gorgeous college football season, but it has also seen a lot of great sports history. Home to the opening ceremonies for the 2002 Winter Olympics, it will host opening ceremonies again in 2034. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. And the Utes will kick off first, and here we go. He'll bring it out. It's Hughes. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll start on the ground. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Back to pass. Here's a hit. He's got it. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. And the Cardinals want to move quickly.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's forward. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Wants to throw it again. A strike downfield. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling.
We knew this offense wanted to come out here and let it rip through the air. This QB is in a beautiful rhythm early. Nice job with his footwork and his eyes, and he completes a big one there. Get this offense home.
From the red zone, it's Brown. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cardinals!
How do you take the crowd out of the game? Do exactly that. Take the football, drive right down the field, prove you're the better team, give them nothing to cheer about. That is a picture-perfect first drive.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Tries again to get it in. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Louisville!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They march 78 yards down the field, and they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. Rolled down
that's the start you need on offense, right? The opening drive of the game, your defense allows a touchdown, so you got to come out firing, and it's good news to see the quarterback dialed in. Good read, good timing, accurate throw. It's a big-time completion, but still work to be done. This offense obviously would like to answer that touchdown with one of their own.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
On third down, here's Parker. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down.
This is an interesting decision now for the head coach. You're trailing very early in the game. There's a lot of football left. But you're in a situation where you could go for it here and try and answer after your defense gave up that touchdown on the opening drive.
The Utes will bring the punt team onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Books it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Louisville's offense is taking the field, and they look ready to go. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his 7-0 lead. Throws to the wideout. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Long incompletions are okay. You got to take shots. You got to make big plays in college football. I love that you're taking shots. Keep taking them. Some of those are going to come home. Some of them aren't. But when they come home, they equal big-time points.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Caught over the middle. It's Brown. He almost picked up the first down on that one. He'll be just a little bit short. They'll try to move the stick for Brown. Finding some room. The 20. He's at the 10. And he'll lead the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Cardinals.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they knew how to close the deal, rolling double nickels and the 55-yard touchdown run. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Here comes the Utah offense to get this drive started. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Here's a gift to Parker. There we go. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Wants to throw. It's Dampier. Sets up the screen. They
surprise play call for this offense. A lot of times, man, after a tackle for a loss or a play that goes behind the line of scrimmage, they want to get those chunky yards back. They want to get back to third and manageable. They dial up the screen. They get some positive yards. Now put themselves in a position to be more successful on third down.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Going to try and get it himself. Speeding down the left side. Slippery slide. Finding his way through a crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Utah.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second round. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. It didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple of play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the lead.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. The defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start on the ground. Turning it on. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. The Cardinals head quickly to the line.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lane, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Quarterback extends the play. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense.
Man, that used to just drive me nuts. I couldn't stand that. The quarterback drops back the pass, scrambles around. You got me chasing you all over the field, getting close to the sideline. Stay in bounds. Please stay in bounds. Let me get a little bit of a reward for all my running so I can just put some kind of hit on it. Nope, steps out of bounds.
Catch in the middle. It's Brown.
And you've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
Able to make his way past the sticks for the first down, and the time is going to drain out here in the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Louisville has the edge. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Defense looks as if it's coming. Looking downfield on first down. He's moving out of the pocket. Got his man on the outside. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Working well behind the sticks on second down.
meet the ground.
The mighty Utah student section alive and bringing the noise on third down. Gets it to him on the screen.
blitz. You're thinking they're going to sit back in zone and play conservative. They blitz, kind of break tendency, get to the quarterback. He gets the screen off. But, man, great job by this defense. Not just flying upfield, not paying attention, and letting them catch that screen behind them. That's a big stop on 3rd and long.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. They'll run it in the red zone. It's 12. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. And the Cardinals will hustle to the line. On 2nd and goal, he gets another chance. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Cardinals. That's his 3rd touchdown of the game, and he just has 4 now on the season. The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So the Utes are ready to begin this drive on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14...
He's got some speed. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
And the Utes, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Maybe a crease. This offense always looking for those big, explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. He'll get rid of it. Got his man on the run. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. If guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels. Now they're all the way back to place their own goal.
What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around, and this is going to be key. They're going to keep giving him the ball, and they need him to have more positive plays than negative ones if they're going to win.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield. It's Dampier. Buying some time. He wants it all. Touchdown, Utes! Quick strike through the air for the score. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And he puts through the extra point. 13. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Here's Brown to begin the drive. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. The Cardinals in a good spot here with second and short. Looking to fire. Escapes the pressure going right. And he'll just get rid of that.
How loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle up things.
Here comes this whole crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Again, it's Brown.
You can't let the same guy beat you over and over and over again. You got to make adjustments. Sometimes you got to bring more guys in the box, more guys to the football, and make sure he's not the one who beat you.
They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Takes a hit as he fires. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. And the Cardinals are in the hurry-up. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it in their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
To the air on first down. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
That's a great job of the defense turning the page. You just gave up a big completion. You come right back here, you defend another shot down the field. That should hopefully give them a little bit of confidence.
So now it's second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. That's caught. It's forward. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism. He's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him.
This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Right on the money. Brings it to the open. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Run in the red zone, it's Brown. Pick up of 5, it's now 2nd and 5.
Well, he's been showing off his skill and athleticism all game long so far. He's got speed, he's got quickness, he can make people miss, he can break tackles, and with that run, he's now at 100 yards rushing in the game. This dude is a weapon.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Pocket breaking down. The throw. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Now trying to move the sticks with Brown. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3-spot before the break. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Their hope for a touchdown gone by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Absolutely center cut. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the square inside the 30. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellows, we welcome you into our palatial Orlando studios for the Week 3 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with the Michigan State Spartans taking on the #1 team, the Ohio State Buckeyes. And it's Michigan State setting school records in multiple offensive categories in one of the highest scoring games I think I've ever seen. Two teams who were very familiar with the end zone today. That gets their record to 3-0 on the season.
Utah has it back in the offense coming onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here will be huge.
The Utes racing to the line in the hurry up.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're not...
Run to the right.
I mean, I don't know what they talked about at the half, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football. But here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right, in college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. He'll start on the ground with Brown. Looking for room at the 40. Turns it on in midfield. And he was off to the races. Finally tipped up at the 36.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. Receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
And nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
Oh, he makes the catch. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. So close to cashing it in for this offense. In the red area, it's Brown. Looking for the end zone. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. The Cardinals moving quickly to the line. Here's Brown. Touchdown, Cardinals! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he added the extra point. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops, Palmer, and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
Looking downfield, it's Dampier. Skips away from pressure. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And to get rid of it quickly. Another incompletion on third down.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman in a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth and long. The Cardinals decide to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They got him. That's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
Man, defensively, this is beautiful. You want them to be aggressive. You got to continue to get stops. You got the lead. Now you give the ball back to your offense again with a chance to salt this away here in the second half.
And the Cardinals want to pick up the tempo. To the air on second down. Got his man. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force a negative play.
been sharp as they extend the lead.
Football oftentimes gets won by the teams who play the best on the critical down and distances. What an amazing play by that quarterback on third down. Able to put his team on his back, use his legs to extend and buy time, and then go score. Awesome job.
The returner will field it and bring it back. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Utah offense to get this drive started. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Handoff for Parker. Good, solid tackle.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Looking for a man. It's Dampier. Oh, they're after him. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And how about the awareness by this guy on 3rd down, a scramble play. Everything's breaking down, but he never panics and also knows exactly where he needs to get to pick up that 1st down. It's 3rd. I can't slide early. I can't run out of bounds. I'm probably going to have to put my body on the line here and take a big hit and risk that to get this 1st. That's a big-time leadership play by the quarterback.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run him. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. And the Utes have this offense rolling. Run inside. Trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Unloads to the wideout. To throw that one in there. And he's brought down after a nice gain. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. From the red zone, looking for a man. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Maybe some room here. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. That's the end of the period, and Louisville has the lead. A quick pause here to look at the numbers as they are threatening to pull away in this game. One more quarter to play. It looks as if we are ready to go here in the 4th. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Switch it. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Parker. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
The Utes are threatening on 1st and goal. Here's Wayshawn one more time.
answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
To the air. It's Dampier. Dances away to buy time. It's complete to the right. He will not get there. Brought down at the 1, and the 2-point try is no good. Fielded in the end zone. It's huge. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Cardinals offense headed out to go to work. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, and if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Brown again. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. We're interested to see what the offense does in this next one.
Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting and keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the disjointed start just looks sloppy when you get a false start. It's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Brown. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Nice job by the defense winning 2nd down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good 3rd down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Just a short pass to the tight end. He stopped short of the 40, right at the 39, and it's 4th down. Timeout call by the Utes. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. The Cardinals will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Fields the punt and looking for the up. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. So the Utes are ready to begin this drive on offense. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. On the move to his left. Slings it downfield. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
Yeah, you can tell the timing wasn't great, and quarterback and receiver not on the same page, but when you're going to miss, don't miss towards the DB. You definitely want to miss out towards the sideline so you don't get yourself in trouble.
Might be calling a hot route. To the air, it's Dampier. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Trying to make magic with his feet. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it up, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. They're moving quickly after that big 4th down conversion. Clock will roll when the ball is set. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. They get him caught out, and not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. Off the play fake on 1st down. The throw. Firing to the right, complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Quarterback may change this route. Lost to throw again. Makes a grab. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw, it's Dampier. Starts to scramble to the left. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Utah!
Yeah, and that's step 1. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
So after the touchdown, they'll try to use this 2-point conversion and get this game to within a field goal. Tries to fool him with a naked bootleg. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Throw to the end zone, picked off.
2-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time he just tried to force it into a tiny window, ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
Just over a minute to go, and if they have a chance, they've got to come up with this onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
of bodies trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage. You're probably getting blitzed. It's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
And the Cardinals hope to be able to run out the clock in this final minute. One more time on the ground. He's stopped in his tracks, and at least they didn't lose yardage on this one.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you've got to use your timeout. You've got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And they'll take a knee. Clock is stopped. Timeout used by the defense. 14 seconds left. The Cardinals will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. To the air, it's Dampier. Under fire. Stands in and takes the hit. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
And you absolutely expect those shots from this offense, and I love it. The defense was prepared. You got to know where the burners are. You know he can go, so you got to play that deep route. They play it great. Don't give up the big play. Stay deep, and don't let anyone get behind you.
Timeout is called with just a single second left. It comes down to this. One more snap left in this game. If they get a touchdown, they can find a way to win it. They'll go back to the air on second down. Now he's going to break the pocket. Here's a throw downfield. And that is how we will wrap this one up. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads. Hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now that I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at, and I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye.